Adopt a Single Mom Project. Hello, good evening. I'm so excited to be able to share with you some stories for our Adopt a Single Mom for Christmas gift drive. I have two mom stories I'm going to share with you from Luzerne County tonight. So every night I come on and share stories from moms that we are fundraising for our fourth annual Adopt a Single Mom for Christmas gift drive. And we raise $100 for each mom. And then we shop locally, and then we have volunteers hand deliver them the week before Christmas. So if you're new to the Adopt a Single Mom Project, you can learn more about us at adoptasinglemom.org. And there you can find information about our Christmas gift drive as well, where you would be able to make a donation. Also, I'm just thinking, did I put the link here? There's a link in the post where you can go to that page, make a donation. You could nominate a working single mom who lives in northeastern Pennsylvania, and you could also sign up to volunteer there. The reason that the Adopt a Single Mom Project even exists is because in 2017, I decided I wanted to have a way to give back to the community and serve in a way that I felt would have benefited me as a working single mom. And so that first year, we just wanted to gift a few moms at Christmas, and we just got such a great response from the moms and the community who donated and supported us through that first year, that we have grown into a year-round organization supporting working single moms through our membership group throughout the year. And our big initiative for fundraising and connecting with single moms in the community is this gift drive every year. So if you could share this out on your timeline so that we could connect with others who we don't know and don't know about us, that would be super helpful. You're our biggest form of advertising, actually, because you're connected to those in the community that we're not connected to, whether it's another single mom that we might be able to support throughout the year, or someone who may be want to make a financial contribution or help us with programming or something else. So sharing this on your timeline is a big help for us. So thank you. So even if you don't make a donation or you don't refer a mom, just sharing this on your timeline is a huge support. So we thank you for that. So that's kind of what we do here at the Adopt a Single Mom Project. Our goal this year is to gift 200 moms here in northeastern Pennsylvania. It's a big goal for us as a small organization. Last year we gifted 94 moms. And right now, we as of a couple of hours ago, earlier today, we have over 100 nominations. I don't know if it's 105. I think it's somewhere around 105, 110, something like that. So single moms have already nominated themselves, or people in the community have already nominated them. So if you're a single mom watching this and you live and work in northeastern Pennsylvania, please nominate yourself. Let us honor you for the holidays. Let us gift you so your kids can see the excitement of you receiving gifts and someone else uplifting you and supporting you during a really, 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 really challenging year for single moms. So don't wait for someone else to do it. Do it for yourself. And if you know a single mom, please nominate her. You can go to our website, adoptasinglemom.org, and click on the 2020 Christmas tab, and that will take you to the page where you'll see refer a mom or nominate a mom. So as I said, I'm going to share two stories with you from moms who are in Luzerne County that we want to be able to have gifts just for her under the tree this year. There are more than almost 8,000 single moms in just between, not even all of the northeastern Pennsylvania counties, but just between Luzerne and Lackawanna County, which are the primary counties where our moms follow us from and our members from. There are almost 8,000 single moms above the federal poverty level. So that means these are the moms who are working and contributing to our community through many different ways. And we want to support them, yet they're still struggling on many levels, especially with COVID. Our single mom community has been hit hardest out of any other population due to the pandemic. Between being furloughed, hours cut, needing to quit jobs to school their children, getting COVID themselves, and having to take time off of work. So many different challenges, and even working from home, and trying to figure out how to school their children at the same time, having being mandated to work, or losing their job and not having childcare. Is so many things. It's the challenges are have been difficult, and the same without a pandemic. With the pandemic, it has made these things extraordinary. And I said last night, some of the common threads among that we hear from the research that we do and from what the single moms share with us is this common thread of anxiety and depression because of all the things that are on their plate, between worrying about their kids and worrying about being good enough, worrying about doing the right thing, making the right decisions, not having enough money to even fulfill their needs sometimes, but making too much to qualify for any kind of subsidies. So I just saw one of my friends post on her Facebook page today. One of my friends who works in the helping field and works full time, makes too much money to get any kind of assistance, and was commenting about medications that she's needed for her kiddos and how expensive they are. And it's so often we don't think about these kind of extra things as in someone's budget, right? They're the extra things that, oh shit, somebody is sick, I have to take 4 days off of work without pay, and also need these medications that aren't covered under prescription, or only a portion of them are. These are all the extras that this time of year that a single mom is like, my kids are not going to have Christmas, or we're going to be skipping a bill, another bill, to make it happen. So anyway, so that's why we want to support these women who are the contributors of our community, who are struggling in silence very often, because there is not a meaningful support system for them, either through family or friends or at the community level, and certainly not at a financial level. Okay, so can I read these two mom stories for you now? All right, so hey Sarah, thanks for joining again. So all right, so I'm going to do this one first. So both these moms, as I mentioned, are from Luzerne County. Actually, maybe I'm going to put the link in the thread. That might be easier too. Let me just see if I can do that without creating havoc here. I think I'm going to do this right. All right, I'm just going to drop the link in the thread. So, okay, cool. So, all right, so Ronelle is from Luzerne County, Mountaintop, actually. This happens to be a mom that I know, that I met last year, so I know a little bit about her history. And, because this is our 4th year, I'm seeing some of these mom stories for multiple years, and it's always interesting to me to see how life is moving forward or moving backward, or is still in that constant state of struggle. Nothing has changed in the last year. And those are the things that really make me passionate about the vision that we have for serving the single mom community through the Adopt a Single Mom project. Because I think we all know, um, intuitively, if not, having heard and, understood this through a training or something, is that our lives need to be growing and moving forward. We need to be growing as individuals. We need to be growing aspects of our lives to be able to make improvements, to be able to thrive. Our kids move from grade 1 to grade 2, their skill sets emotionally and cognitively and physically grow. I mean, and so our life should never be in a constant state of flux. That constant state of being the same over and over creates this feeling of being stuck. And then, we develop this anxiety or this depression of being held down and held back. And that's what we hear a lot with the single mom community, because it is really challenging to move forward. And we all know we move forward based on our economic status. So even if we're moving forward getting an education, that's improving our economic status on some level, hopefully. I honestly can't say that's what happened for me. but so but that's a story for another day, I guess. So it's disheartening to see their stories not changing very much, or their lives not moving forward. And we want to be able to be a better support to be able to help them do that. Okay, so Ronell, mom in Mountaintop, Luzerne County. I'm going to read you her story the way that she shared it. We share their stories when they give us permission. There's plenty of mom stories that you don't get to hear because they didn't give us permission. So I'll read it to you pretty much the way that she has written it and shared it with me, and then I may add in something additional that I happen to know. So here's what she said. I have custody of children and thought I would receive help and have not. So this is a mom who has 2 biological children. One is still at home with her as a teenager, and she has 5 other children. Right now there are 6 children living with this single mom, 5 of which are not her biological children. Okay, so just to set that up with what she said, I have custody of children and thought I would receive help and have not. And this is, again, not to sidebar too much, but this is a system problem. We should not have a single mom raising other people's children without providing assistance to her as a society. She's doing us a great service as a community, raising these children and doing a fantastic job bringing them in and providing for their needs, and literally struggling financially and on every personal level because of how hard she works to make sure that 5 children who aren't even hers are taken care of. So, okay, back to the story. All right, so she says, when I was young, I was living in a car when I was 16. So I have always tried to help other kids because I know the difference it would have made in my life to have some sort of positive support. I still went to college and have a career. Although it's in human services, it doesn't pay very much, but I enjoy what I do. Working 2 jobs to make ends meet and still struggling, but now I've lost the one due to COVID and things have gotten much worse. And she had in another place. The second job that paid was what paid my rent. And since I've lost that, I'm scared that we will lose our home and be evicted. So, because right now there is, oh God, I completely lost the word there for a second. A moratorium, that's the word I'm looking for, a moratorium on evictions, and that's running out soon. So those single moms who have gotten break in stealing from Peter to pay Paul, that's coming due. And this is the perfect situation of a mom who's working full time and still is not making it happen because of losing that second income. Again, to take care of 5 kids that are not even her children. So, I'm in fear of losing our home and want the kids to at least have a nice holiday. As much as I try to hide things from them, they know, especially now that we have a 1-year-old too. One of the kids who aged out of the system, meaning in foster care, ended up coming back with his son, which is the 1-year-old, because they had nowhere to go. I know I caused myself struggle, but these kids have no other option. Is she like the most freaking amazing person on earth? And I'm telling you, I've met this mom. She is, I mean, I'm not living there. I don't know what goes on. But I mean, you can tell she's just has the biggest heart ever. It would just, obviously, she would just take in anyone who was like her, had no one, living in a car, struggling, and just someone giving a little bit of a break makes a huge difference. And I'm telling you, when we give these gifts to these moms, it's not about the gifts. It is about someone recognizing them and seeing their effort and finally noticing them as being a hardworking single mom that doesn't have much of a support system. So it's more about the recognition and the honoring and appreciating them than it is anything about the gifts. Okay, so if you would like to help Ranelle have a merrier Christmas, you can make a donation. There's a link in the thread and in the post above. It goes right to our Christmas page. You can just click on donate. You can donate any amount. We raise $100 for each mom. We go buy gifts especially for her to have under the tree, and then we deliver them to her the week before Christmas. So it would be wonderful if you could make a donation to support Ranelle. And you could even, if you want to make sure that your donation goes specifically to this mom, you can even comment in the comment section on the donation page when you make your donation. So I'll make sure that it gets credited to her. So our goal is to raise $20,000 this year so that we can gift 200 moms. We already have over 100 nominations. So we have a long way to go in our fundraising. We have a little over $3,000 right now. So that's about 17,000 more, and we have less than 1 month. We have about 3 more weeks. So okay, so let me tell you about mom number 2. Again, another mom from Luzerne County. This is a young mom. This one is really special to me because it's a mom that my son referred. It's someone that he is connected to in the community. And so he's nominating her for gifts for Christmas. So I'm going to share a little bit about Helen's story. Like I said, she's a young mom. She has a 1-year-old. She's kind of in a little bit of a dilemma also because of having lost her job early on during COVID. And she was a waitress and got furloughed. And then there was a problem with unemployment. She wasn't getting the unemployment because of the whole unemployment debacle. So that's still pending being fixed and paid out. So that has created a significant hardship for her. And so she's working again now and struggling with the whole daycare thing because she can't really afford daycare. So okay, so but here's her story in my son's words, and I'm abbreviating some of it because I don't want to share other parts of it. All right, so she lives with her terminally ill father, of her child's father. So her daughter's grandfather, but on the father's side. So it's not even really her own family. The baby's father is a constant burden on her, um, and does little to nothing for the child. She's often guilted into giving him money and doing various tasks for him. He has, this is a guy who has children with other women and does nothing to support those children, also. I did say she works as a waitress. She really yearns for more so she can provide a better life for herself and for her child. I know she's working right now to, meaning working, like being diligent about saving money so that she can get out of her housing situation to have her own place for her and her daughter. She hasn't been able to find consistent or trustworthy childcare for the amount of money that she makes. Like so many single moms, it's really challenging. Like in most cases with single moms, she likes to earn what she has. She's finally getting on her feet and turning her life around with little support and encouragement from others. So this girl has a really strong will and desire, but I will tell you, I know that it can be really challenging when the uphill is so hard, when you don't see a light at the end of the tunnel. Like, how do I get there from here with what I have? So it does take a lot of hope and a lot of courage and a lot of strength to just keep moving forward. So what else did Kanan say? I think what would be most supportive, and make her life easier is to find the economic opportunities that can pull her out of the bottom and away from where she is currently, to help her grow with her own hands and mind. And like that's kind of what I was just saying, right? Is that, we need to be growing and thriving, and moving our aspects of our life forward. Something needs to be moving forward and growing in order to get out of our situation. And single moms are such a great example of having that diligence, because we know our kids are relying on us, and most of the time we're it. Like in this mom's case, like it was for me as a sole parent, not just a single mom who is co-parenting, sharing in the child rearing with other family members or whatever, but sole parenting is really challenging because of lack of resources and lack of a support system. I mean, like a social support system, an emotional support system, someone who is, edifying you and helping to lift you up and validating you and supporting you in your efforts. It makes all the difference in the world. So, yes, Jamie, right? Hi, welcome to our page. It's so good to see you. So those are our moms for tonight. If you would like to support Helen, to help keep her moving forward, help us uplift her and encourage her even more so we can gift her at Christmas, you can make a donation. There's a link in the thread, and also if you're on Facebook, it's in the post. Please share this out on your timeline so that we can connect with others in our community and even our broader community. We really have people that support this organization across the country and make donations, particularly for our Christmas drive, because it's just a wonderful initiative. And so many people can just really connect with the single mom community as not having a meaningful support system as other populations do. So thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing and all of your support. And I will be back tomorrow. I think I have 8:30 on my calendar tomorrow night to share more single mom stories, and to ask for your contributions to support us moving forward so that we can give 200 moms this Christmas here in NEPA. All right. Good night, everyone. Thank you.